Hello, everyone. It's your boy Kevin M. here with HIV Stops With Me, and this is our question of the month. So bear with me as I read this. The question is, how do you feel about injecting your HIV medications once a month versus taking daily pills? And what recommendations would you make for educating communities that are already harder to reach about HIV prevention and adherence to medication about injection? So, interesting thing for me is being HIV positive for as many years as I have been, and to have been on medication, taking my pill. I guess to some extent, I've been fortunate to have only had to worry about taking one pill a day from the moment I started on my treatment. We know there are stories of people who have taken multiple pills multiple times a day, and some people had adverse side effects to taking so many pills a day. And there are people who are on once a day regimens and they've had difficulties. So for me, it's always been a benefit to only have to take one pill a day. Now, have there been times when I've slacked off or may have forgotten a pill because I was running around too busy? Yes, honestly, there has been times, because life happens where you're running around, you're working, you're socializing, whatever the case may be, and it's very likely that it can happen again. The benefit, I think, is if I had the option of taking or receiving an injectable medication, it would account for those days where and it's just being real because we're human. There are days when you don't feel like taking a pill or you're so busy that you forget to take a pill. So to know that I'd be covered for that 30-day period, 31-day period, from this injection, that would be amazing. That would be very convenient for me. Interestingly, I work in research for prevention, and one of the studies that we're doing right now is really that, to see what the adherence would be like, and how effective it would be to use an injectable version of PrEP for prevention, versus receiving or taking a daily pill. It's still in research, so I won't even talk about findings, but just hearing from people within the study about how convenient it is, how it saves them time and stress to know that they have some level of protection for not just a month but 2 month time span with this injectable medication versus having to take a pill. Remembering it, there are people who are homeless or transient and they don't have a stable place to live or stable employment. It's so much more convenient to know that they can get their injection and they'll be fine for 2 months. So I think the communication, not the communication, but the education piece to this is that, yeah, there's a learning curve. The injection may cause pain at the site of the injection, but at the end of the day, it may be a bit more beneficial. So, talking about the risk and the benefits involved with taking an injection would basically be the best way to educate communities about an injection that would help with adherence as well as prevention. Um, Using this as a way of furthering our conversation about prevention, and how this idea of an injection that would last a month or maybe 2 months could further the conversation of U equals U, to know that I didn't miss a pill, I didn't miss a regimen because I have an injection. That I think would help our communities, and it would give a little bit more security to people who, again, for whatever reason, may not be able to adhere to a pill a day. So again, it's your boy Kevin Mines, Kevin M, King Kevin with HIV Stops With Me, and this again has been the question of the month.